Hi, welcome back to Real Auto Reports. I'm Jonathan McGrew, and today we have the real first impressions video of the 2013 Lexus GS350H Sport. So we're going to tell you what you can expect when you meet this vehicle on a lot for the first time, and we'll tell you whether we're impressed or not. So stick around. From the front, you'll notice that the 2013 Lexus GS350 has a pretty aggressive look. It is the sports sedan, so it's got the cutouts in the lower fascia, a lot of contouring, and you'll notice that it gives this entire car a nice sporty personality. Something else you'll want to take note of is the contouring in the hood and the way that blends into the design of the car. And you're going to notice that the rest of the car, which we'll look at in a second, is also aggressively styled. Also, take note of the grille. You're going to have the large Lexus badge there, and in the hybrid versions of the GS, that is going to be a blue outlined and accented badge. But since this is the sport model, it is the standard chrome visual look, and it's in the center for the prominent display of the brand. Something else you'll want to take note of is the shape of the grille. You'll see this repeated throughout the interior and gauge cluster set inside the GS350H Sport. From the side, you're going to notice the size of this car. The GS is the mid-size sedan, if you will. It's slotted right between the IS and the ES. It's a lot sportier than the ES, and it's bigger than its IS entry-level cousin. You can see the body line coming from the front headlight all the way through the rear taillight, and follow the line as it curves down and dips under with the trunk lid design and where the license plate frame comes. You can see this beautiful line as it comes across the car around the back taillights and creates this nice look in the back trunk lid, which we'll look at when we go around back. Also, it's noticeable to see the cutouts for the bumper here and how they blend into the side of the body panels, and you'll see the graphite 19-inch wheels that are on the F Sport. It's a pretty car and it really makes a statement. From the rear, you're going to notice that this design ties together really nice. Again, if you look at the right rear fender, you can see the body line as it comes above the door handles, comes into the rear taillight, and that line slowly dips down and under to where that chrome bezel is at the lip of the trunk lid, creating the area for the license plate lights and the license plate. Also, you'll notice that this design is very similar to the look of the IS. Now, the new IS was just announced for 2014 at the Detroit Auto Show, or the North American International Auto Show for those of you who are fans. So we'll have to see how that car and this car change over time. But this is a great design. It follows the language throughout the ES and even the LS. It is an aggressively styled car still, though, because you have the rear valence in the F Sport with the cutouts for the exhaust, and you can see the wind deflection notches in the lower part of the bumper. It's a nice look, and we find that it tidies up the design real nice here in the back. Also note the lip spoiler. That's something you won't see on the other GS models. From the driver's seat, you're going to notice, well, everything that you would expect from a luxury sports car. It's got leather appointments, it has technology, it has different colors for the interior, including two-tone options like red and black and saddle and black, and all sorts of things. You will also notice class-leading features like the 12.3-inch high-resolution split screen for your multimedia navigation and vehicle functions. It has things like the F Sport seat with the bolsters that are adjustable, so you can squeeze them in on you to keep you in your seat or loosen them out to be more comfortable in everyday cruising. And those seats adjust 16 ways. There's also things like the HD radio and the satellite radio. Everything you could really want. And cold weather package on this particular car that we tested with heated and ventilated front seats, the rear sunshade, and rain sensing wipers. It's quite the package and quite the first impression. Under the hood, you're going to find the 3.5-liter V6. It's going to have direct injection and port fuel injection. It produces 306 horsepower and 277 foot-pounds of torque. This engine's mated to a 6-speed sequential shift, electronically controlled transmission, and it has the Toyota known and Lexus known intelligent system that learns how you drive and shifts accordingly. Now, for those who like the manual mode, you will also have paddle shifters and the ability to shift from the shifter itself. Of course, it also has driver select modes. That changes the way the car drives, the type of timing, pretty much everything you can imagine. So you can go from a comfort mode all the way to a Sport Plus mode. It's a pretty good vehicle. We like the different modes. And at 19 miles per gallon in the city and 26 miles out on the highway, it's a pretty good buy for so much performance. Behind the wheel is a little different, because you're in an all-wheel drive sports sedan. So this is going to compete with your Audi S5s and that type of vehicle. With the over 300 horsepower, it is a powerful car. It will get off the line quickly. And you'll notice that the steering is crisp and precise, yet at the same time it's not too heavy or cumbersome at low speeds. The suspension will be stiffer because it is a sports sedan, but you can set it in comfort mode and that will change the suspension so that you get a softer ride. Put it in Sport Plus, you're going to notice the bumps a little more. Now, driving it, first impressions is that it's a quick car, but it's not going to be as fast as, say, some of the competition in our estimation. It doesn't give you that sense, but it's got a great sound. The other thing is that you will notice the all-wheel drive if you're cutting the wheel really tight. That's just something about this Toyota system that we noticed over some of the other cars we've tested. All in all, though, the first impression is it's a nice drive. So that's the real first impression of the 2013 Lexus GS350H Sport. We hope you've enjoyed this first impression review, and we hope you'll stick around for the real video and the real review with all the details about this 2013 Lexus GS350H Sport coming up very soon. So, join us again. I'm Jonathan McGrew. See you down the road.